Welcome back, familia, to NorthsideLDN, caramba. And today we have two amazing guests. We've got Monts, my guy Monts, Liverpool supporter. What are you saying, bro?
We're there. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? It's international break. I've had time to kind of get over the stupidness that I've seen after not getting over the line versus Man City and then losing to the scum in the FA Cup the way we did. But still to play for, you know what I'm saying? Jurgen Quad, the flag has been taken down, unfortunately. It was a good run, but now we go for the treble. That's for Europa League because it's not Champions League.
Don't go anywhere because we need to see what you think about that loss. Because I was backing you, man. You man let me down. We're gonna have to touch on that as well. But don't go anywhere. Goonie, my guy, where have you been in, bro? It looks like you come out the trenches, bro. What's been going on?
First of all, I have to say this is a very nice cookie. Big up my missus for making such great cookies. The next thing is I've been doing things outside of football that has taken up a lot of my time, so I'm not really able to commit as much as I want to. Aerospace engineering degree, working 12 hours a day, so you already know there's a lot going on here. But what am I really missing anyway? What am I missing except high blood pressure and frustration when it comes to Chelsea Football Club? What am I missing?
I need the content, bro. I need the content. I always search for rival tears, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Rival tears. We go through it. You know what I mean?
There's no more tears. There's no more tears. The tears have dried up. No more. I cried enough already. I can't keep doing this, guys.
Let's get away from your club then. What did you make here? Because I ain't heard from either one of you, yeah? International break has come, you know, that done months nicely, yeah? Because obviously after he got his team lost to Man United. What was your thoughts about that when they lost 4-3?
Personally, if you ask me as a Chelsea fan, Manchester United vicariously lived through my happiness. So big up Man United fans because Liverpool obviously dumped us out of the final and won the Carabao Cup. So a piece of me was happy. But again, I wish it was on Chelsea terms that we did our job. But was it surprising? Not really, because you got to give it context. It's a derby, innit? Things happen in a derby, bruv. Sometimes results go in a way that you don't expect it to go. And if it wasn't for a few silly mistakes from Liverpool, they should be in the semi-final right now. But that's football. Ahmad scores his goal and he gets sent off and he goes home the hero, fam. I guess that's what it is.
I hear that. Months, what are you telling me, bro? What are you telling me? Why are you looking so down, bro? Come on, bro. International break. We're out of here. We're outside. What's going on, man?
Because man needs to understand, yeah. You see the way we lost that game? I had to go for a walk, fam. I had to go get some oxygen. Serious oxygen, like fresh air, bro.
You needed a Maggie.
Maggie, bro. I needed 10 Maggies, bro. I needed 10 Maggies. It was crazy. Like, how can we lead twice? Both one with 7 minutes to go, including added time, and another one with about 8 minutes to go in normal time, in extra time, sorry. And we just ended up bottling it. Like, it was like, I'll be real, it's a bottle job. And we bottled it so bad to the point where United fans are out here telling me or thinking or have convinced themselves that they played a good game. They played well for 35 minutes. Northside. 35 minutes. And they will try to convince you lot otherwise that they done us for the 90 minutes. And that they had a very good game. It wasn't a very good game. It was a poor quality football match from both sides. It's just that when it comes to having poor quality football matches, guess who wins? The team who wants it more. That's what it comes down to. Derby, FA Cup, low quality game. What's the deciding factor? Who wants it more? And who wanted it more? United wanted it more. That's what it came down to. It weren't technical brilliance. Amazing stuff. You know what I'm saying? People are trying to say Garnacho walked away with 3 assists. Don't piss me off. Man, bro, come on. I'm losing brain cells just listening to some of these man talk. Losing brain cells. Garnacho, he had a decent game. He had a decent game. But you know what? United fans are convinced this was a good game because they actually. Like, I'm telling you, it's cheek sweat, bro. They watch cheek sweat week in, week out, bro. All they see is skid marks, bro. Skid marks FC. That's them, man, bro. So when there ain't skid marks, you know what I'm saying? And when when they do have a good half an hour where they put in a few passes together, defenders are getting done up on that. They're acting like it's the second coming of Jesus, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hear it, but how the mighty have fallen. Am I bitter? Yes, but they deserve to win because they wanted it more, not because they played a great game. That second half was a training game. It was a training session. And that's what I hate. I'd rather have got smoked 4-0. I'd rather they turned up and we just got turned over. I'd rather Liverpool got turned over than be complacent and throw away the win. Because at least I can say, all right, cool, cool. You know what? Hold my hands up. We turned up and we was arse everywhere and was leading 3-2 in extra time. And Darwin Núñez decided to play because Darwin Núñez was playing like he's anemic, fam. Like he's anemic or something, bro. He's low on iron or some shit. It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
The Uruguayan Jack Sparrow, bro. What happened to him? Mr. Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Just out there, shipwrecked when you really needed him. I can't lie. Listen, at least Diaz, I was at the Colombia game. Yeah, I was at the Colombia game versus Spain. First win for Colombia. Diaz actually turned up, bro. He was sourcing. Why wasn't he sourcing against
he's none of it. He sources as a winger anyway. His end product is just cheeks.
Yeah,
it's buns. His end product is buns. We know this. Why is everyone acting like even when Diaz first stepped on the thing and moved and was so good, Mane had to go up top because Mane was becoming washed on the wing. Even when he moved Mane out of position, his end product was still buns. But because he's not Mega Man and flicking the ball over Reece James, prime Reece James, we've got to put Reece James in his prime now because we don't play no more. But because he was flicking the ball over prime Reece James, man, never forgetting that you don't hit the ball with no finesse. He hits it as hard as he can, and just whatever happens. We all know that guy in football. He hits the ball as hard as he can. Some of them fly top corner, maybe 2 in 10 fly top corner. The rest of them are hitting rosette. It is what it is. That's Luis Diaz. As soon as the quicker people accept that, the better.
I hear that. Goonie, what did you make of the game? United, Liverpool.
It was definitely squeaky bum time for Man United, 100%. I think Liverpool kind of gave them the game, if I'm honest with you. It was their mistakes that let them down, especially the last one with the counter attack. Was it Harvey Elliott that fluffed his lines before the counter attack? Right, yeah. So for me, it was really them. Like they were the orchestra of their own downfall, if I'm completely honest. But that's not to take anything away from United. Do you know what I mean? They actually showed some resilience to come back and win that game. Liverpool's never easy. And when a team makes mistakes, bruv, it's still down to you to capitalize on their mistakes. So, you know what I mean? I felt honestly, Liverpool let themselves down. United weren't great, but again, it was the resilience that got them through. But one thing I will say is if people think that United are going to absolutely storm Coventry and get to the final, you got another thing coming. It's not going to be an easy game at all. Nah, it's not going to be an easy game. United, bro, you know why I say this, yeah? You know why I say this, yeah?
No, because it's just how far. No. But Goody, bro, you man are older than you man are a little bit older than me, innit? Slightly older than me, yeah.
Yeah. So
you man have seen more. I've seen United in their pomp, but you man have seen United in their pomp. Do you know what you sound like to me by saying United aren't going to storm Coventry? Do you know what that sounds like? How crazy that sounds.
Listen,
and you're right though. Sorry, you're right though, and that's gone.
And I say this based on like actual knowledge of Coventry. My stepdad has been a Coventry fan for more than 50 years. Do you know what I mean? So I do like to keep an eye on them. I did actually used to go to Coventry City games as well. And this is why I know so much about players like Hammer and Gokieres and that. Although they're not there at Coventry anymore. They're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. I'm not saying that United won't go through, but it will not be an easy game, 100%. Like they got
a young boy that come off the bench that looked really good against Wolves.
It's about Sims. No, Sims started.
No. Sims had a good game, but Sims is knackered. He's crap. But he's cheap, bro. I'm sorry. No. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's certain man. He gives me my granddad was a baller, and so was my dad. So I'm dead. Like that's the vibes he gives me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know he got the goal when he played for Everton in the Prem. He got the one Premier League goal. Like, come on, man. eats cheeks. But I'm gonna try and find the name. He came on late on, and immediately he was doing the little no look reverse. You know when you can tell a man's got it.
Yeah.
Straight away, you can tell he had it still. I'll try and find his name. Sorry, carry on, bro.
No, I wanted to ask. Listen, I'll go to Goonie as you find that. Goonie, do you think that Liverpool losing to Man United is going to affect them in this title race? Do you think? Because and where do you put the blame for that result as well? Do you think it was naivety from the manager taking off Salah too early? Do you think as well the fact that he played Gomez he got absolutely cooked by Maino? Do you think it was the team just being complacent? Do you think it's a balance? Where do you put the blame at?
I think Jurgen Klopp has got to look at himself a little bit of complacency. I'll be honest, because you see, when you're too used to getting the results against the team that you play against, sometimes you just take the occasion for granted. You can't do that in the FA Cup. You can't do that. That's why they've got this generic term called the magic of the FA Cup. You know what I mean? But I just felt his tactics by his standards were a bit naive. Taking off Salah when he did was a little naive, because when you look at what was going forward after that game, was there really a need to take Salah off? Because there's so much football that's not going to be played. So like, it's not like he was resting him for anything else. Like, you could have kept him on the pitch. That's your best player. That's a man that gets goals when you need goals. And you took him off. It doesn't really make sense to me. I didn't really understand that.
You don't have to be nice about it. It was bummy. It was bummy. No, say it with me. Say it with me. No. I'll say it for you. It was bummy. Just because Klopp's leaving, man are scared to criticize him. Like, let's not get me wrong.
Oh, bro, listen, there's no fear over here, bro. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like that Vinny Merchant whatsoever. But why I can admit that.
Hey, and then he's losing his head, yeah, and sending for that reporter, bro. What's he, bro? That guy is so. Yeah, he reminds me of my uncle. That's something my uncle would do if he was a coach, bro. You know what I mean? Man,
but we love our uncles, though. But we love our uncles. That's why we love Klopp, bro. Come on, man.
I know being a sore loser makes you great. Every great athlete or anyone that's great at doing something, you have to be a sore loser, because that desire to not want to lose, yeah? I understand it. Part of it is being a sore loser, yeah? But at the same time, this guy always get rattled, bro. He always gets rattled. It's like, what are you rattled about? How many times did Man United claw you back in that game? It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. You already knew what they were going to do, yeah? And then you're doing that. And it's your fault as well, the fact that your club has only got one gunman, and that is Salah. And people talk to me about Jota, bro. The availability is the best ability. The guy's never available. Do you know what I'm saying? So you should have been knowing that.
Yeah, the biggest piss take for me, when I knew Liverpool were not coming out with a win, is the fact that Anthony scored with his right foot. That's what, that's what I said. It's not your day, fam.
Do you, man, actually think it's going to affect them in the title run, though? Do you think it's just a one-off game, though?
Should benefit them, if anything. It's that one less game. Okay, so I know it's only one game, but it's only one less game.
No, two less, arguably.
Two less games, arguably.
I reckon he would have turned over Coventry.
Yeah, I reckon so as well.
Title race debate, and there's a Chelsea fan. Bro, he will be the non-biased one, innit? If I say anything, I'm biased. If Mont says anything, he's biased. I guess Goody's the balance, innit? I won't just say how he feels, innit? He ain't got no.
Yeah, I'm a team that knows how to get it over the line more than once. So yes, man, free. You need to be quiet, mate. Yeah, show some respect. Yeah, you man ain't got it over the line just yet, and Liverpool have only done it once. So let's calm down and have some memories over here about Chelsea Football Club. Yeah.
Bro, you're still going to be doing the invincible thing.
It's funny because the last time me and Goody we was in a video, bro, Chelsea were actually good. That's what's touching me.
Were we?
These man, you were on your trajectory. Like, like right now you're down here. You was like here, but we were at that point. Remember, it can't get much worse than this, and you was like fifth, and you're like, can't get much worse than this.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe it was a long time ago since we were in single-digit positions, fam. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, carry on.
It's been a long time since we're in single-digit positions, fam. So I don't know, long time ago.
We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Let it marinate. First this month, yeah. First this month, because your reaction, bro, you look like your head was gone, bro. Man's like, what's going on? Man's putting his head down. Bro, I wanted to see all the tears, bro. Don't cover your head. You know what I'm saying? Man's trying to clip you up.
What video? I didn't know. I didn't know watch along. I went to know watch
No,
along.
you did a match reaction.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So, what are you saying? You still confident about winning the league? You know what I mean? Because you man need to see this guy off properly, because the streets are saying if you man don't win the league and Arteta wins it, that's 1 Prem for Arteta, 1 Prem for Klopp.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great in terms of, it just depends the way you look at it. Klopp didn't just win the Premier League in 9 years, you know what I'm saying? I think people want to delete the European stuff to give it a narrative. Do you know what I'm saying? They want to give it the narrative and obviously make the argument Premier League only. But what I would say is that we don't really look at context either way and stuff. Like, you know, Klopp's getting called Pep's bitch and and that he'll never be as good as Arsene Wenger, when Arsene Wenger had his time, but he was also Fergie's bitch. But if you want to have that conversation, no one wants to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to at least have the conversation and acknowledge the context that Wenger had a different structure to deal with. And after that period when he lost his players, was never backed, had to get the most that he could out of Dross for 8-9 years. He's the reason why Northside even does the reason Arsene Wenger went back. That's why Northside even exists, because he wants to see better for his club. You know what I'm saying? That's why Northside is Northside. How about this? Do you think Northside was always? You might think Northside was always like this. He was once a happy boy. He was once a kindred, happy, a heartfelt spirit who always Arsenal top way more than, like, you know what I'm saying? You think
up until 14. Up until 14.
Yeah, you think Northside was drinking Maggie's these times, bro? He was a happy guy, blood. He was a happy guy, blood. So that's what happened. So I know what Wenger had to go through, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's why I never really look to speak bad on what he, even though it's 13-3, if you go on their sort of Premier League thing. Even if you look at even Mourinho's not too far away in his short amount of time there. So when I look at the Jurgen Klopp thing, I just would like the same context to be applied. You know, people say 1 Prem in 9 years. We didn't start challenging after 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't challenge. He didn't walk through the door and, oh yeah, we got challenged straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? Jay Bruno was playing left wing. Alonso was playing advanced positions. Alberto Moreno was still a part of our football club. Dejan Lovren went by the name of Degsy, one of our main centre backs. It shows you where we were at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I just want the same context. I feel like there is a certain amount of pressure for Klopp to win the Premier League, because despite the 1, he probably should have had maybe 2 more at least. Losing 2 leagues by 1 point or 2 points, you know. I think this season's probably going to go down to the last maybe few game weeks. I think it's the 3-horse race is going to go all the way. And unfortunately, if Arteta has a Premier League and Klopp has a Premier League, well, I mean, we'll be going into Arteta's 5th season, but I don't think they can be mentioned in the same sentence. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Arteta has spoken about, like, he still needs to do something and he hasn't done enough, when Klopp's kind of been there and done that. It's very difficult to go and win every single trophy available. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. Northside, I know this is, I have to say it, but you man ain't done it in your history. So let alone do it in a period of time where managers don't actually get that long anymore at a club, you know? So it's more of a thing where I understand the conversation that's going to get forced if Arteta wins the Premier League. But, you know, I feel like whoever wins the Premier League is fully deserved. Fully deserved.
100%. 100%. I think the thing is, yeah, when the era is over, when the Klopp era is over, you'll look at it and you'll be like, well, the reality is, like you said about, oh, we wasn't ready to challenge. The reality is this: nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? When Man United won 13, we won 3. It is what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think there was things that obviously it doesn't look as great, because who made your midfield run as bad as it was? Why did you not need to rebuild so quickly your midfield? He was part of that. Could you not see that the midfield needed a rebuild? You man had to overhaul your whole midfield under his watch. That is something against him. Do you know what I'm saying? And yes, you push City all the way, but at the same time, it's like, bro, some of your replacements as well I know you. Listen, you had Salah and you had Mane, and then the other guys that you've been bringing, Gakpo, bro, the guy ain't good enough. I'll be real with you. I don't rate that guy. I think he's the worst winger that you lot have. Diaz can't finish his dinner, and Jota can't stay fit. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I know that you guys was pushing City all the way, but ultimately, the history books are the history books, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
bro.
regardless of the situation, you only won one, innit? Like when Man United speak to me about we dominated, we won 13. Bro, it is what it is, bro. I can't be using the fact that financial play and this and that, bro. No one cares, innit?
The number one thing that will always bother me is the fact that we lost. You know, we sold. The worst one for me is, as I say, we sold Lovren. Yeah, didn't bring in another centre back. Then when all three of our centre backs got injured, they brought in Ozan Kabak. Someone go tell me where he is now. And who's the other one? Davis. Ben Davis. Not the Tottenham one, by the way. I don't even know who he is. He's an NPC, bro. He's an NPC. Bro.
Is he a FIFA regen? You know the FIFA regen? They don't even have a face.
Bro, he's an NPC of a quiff, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's
I'm saying you can be happy about what he's done for your club. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying, yeah.
It does, yeah. But in hindsight, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, we ran our midfielders into the ground. Because the same way I can say the board let Klopp down by not only getting those two centre backs in at the end of the window and not the start of the window, which is when they should have got them in, when Fabinho was still fit and Henderson was still fit, by the way, to not have your two DMs playing centre back. They wait to the end of the window, but also Klopp put his DMs in centre back and burnt them out. It burnt them out. It was too much running, high line. The guys that aren't quick, and then they ended up getting injured. So Klopp is also to blame for some of these things as well. Even though you can say again, like Wenger, hands tied behind his back, done what you could. But at the end of the day, it's about who gets over the line. As you said, it's about winning mentality. You know what I'm saying? I love Klopp with all my heart, bro, but I'm still balanced when I speak about him because I know he'd probably appreciate that because he probably knows himself that all it's not all glitz and glamour. There's a heavy amount of pressure to win this Premier League. I will always put my neck on the line for my club. I believe Liverpool win the Premier League. I believe we've had too many injuries
this season, yeah.
Yeah, I believe we win the Premier League. We've had too many injuries and we've dealt with so much. The amount of drawbacks we've had to deal with. Even I was thinking, yo, when is the go-go juice gonna run out? How the hell are you playing Dans and them, man? How the hell are you playing these? How the hell did we even win the final? How? I'm looking at thinking, how? How, Sway? How? You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think that luckily though, these players are used to winning. And unfortunately, I feel like that might have played a part in the United game. I generally think when we were 2-1 up, these men thought they had the game won. It's the worst type. I hate that. I hate that. I like that we're used to winning, but man, them. And I'm not even. And remember, we still have a lot of guys that are out, a lot of injuries. But I haven't used the injury excuse now to say, as it's not an excuse. I use it as praise. I use it to praise the fact that there's injuries and we're still doing what we're doing. Because
you've done your thing despite of it. Yeah,
it's not an excuse thing because now we've shown from the start of the year that with these injuries we're good enough. Look at the lineup we put out against City at the Etihad. Sorry, at Anfield. These man got oiled up. Mac and cheese, bro. Mac and cheese. They don't know how they got out alive. They have no idea. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But again, ball still has to go in the back of the net. So no one cares if City got oiled up. They walked out of a draw. You know what I'm saying? Man said no. Stop.
Now listen, that's what I want. I wanted your prediction as to who you think's going to win the league. You're back in your club, cool. 100%. I get it, bro. It's your club, innit? It's your club, and I get it. Your manager's actually won you major honor, so you've got substance to be like, okay, we can do it. And I did give you the praise that when you had those mad injuries, I think you played, was it Luton? And you had some mad lineup that you had up when you, I think,
crazy lineup, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? You still got over the line.
Yeah.
Even your youngsters in the cup final stepping up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. I think Liverpool, overall, listen, it was a blip against them. Well, not a blip. You bottled it against Man United. But, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it is what it is in the league, yeah? You guys have actually, you know what I mean, got over the line when you needed to, even despite injury. So that's completely fair saying that. Goonie. Now, when I started making content with Goody, yeah, and I link up with him on Lee Gunner, I remember when this guy had the takeover. Now he's sitting there looking at young buck, yeah, putting his head down. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to talk too much with chest, yeah. Do you remember when you're telling me about all the oil money coming through, getting the money gun? You know what I'm saying? I remember them times. I remember the North remembers, bro. The North remember. Big up to Game of Thrones. The North remembers. Yeah, and I remember all that. What's going on, Goody? Explain to me what's going on with the Chelsea.
We're fucking shit. That's really it in a nutshell. That's really what it is in a nutshell. I don't know what else to tell you. We're fucking shit, bro. Yeah, and we've got a shit manager. We've got a shit squad where only 5 players are worth staying, and 2 of those 5 I haven't even seen play a run of games. So I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt at this point. We're just fucking rubbish, mate. Yeah, there's no other way. There's no other way to say it. Yeah, how to destroy a club in 18 months has been seen right before your very eyes. And the worst thing about it is it was done with £1.5 million to our advantage, or 1.2 to our advantage, and yet we still managed to mess it up. It's a shambles, bruv. It's an absolute shambles, mate. And I'm at a point of like, I'm not trying to hear nothing until we're protesting, fam. Yeah, and I'm not talking these English polite protests where you're standing outside with picket signs and shit. I'm talking a full-on French, Polish, Eastern European type of protests where things are getting smashed up and all that kind of stuff, because this is where we're at, bruv. Yeah, this is where we're at. Yeah, their cars, they need to have their tires punctured, their windows done in. Yeah, they need all of that kind of stuff, mate. Yeah, they should be having security around them 24/7 on match day, bruv. This is where we're at. We're absolutely rubbish, cuz. Terrible football that I'm seeing. Yeah, and then we're getting these one-off wins. We're getting to semi-finals. Oh, yeah, we'll see. We're not that bad. We're not that bad. We're fucking shit. I hate to break it to you. We're fucking shit.
I don't even. Hey, listen, I heard your man them were getting sent for
There
the
was so much
performance
vim
in
in that
England.
fucking. There was bad vim in that.
Oh my days! No, but Goody. What happened to Chilwell and Gallagher for England? Because I heard they'd be getting sent.
Oh, bro, they're fucking shit, bro. This is what I'm saying. I have to put up with this every single week. Every week. And you know what makes it crazy? Yeah, I'm so glad that especially the Conor Gallagher thing happened. I'm so happy it happened on the internationals, because unfortunately, and this is actually a true statement, Conor Gallagher's been one of our best players at Chelsea Football Club. And if that doesn't put things into perspective for you, that we are fucking shit, I don't know what else to say. And that's not just something I'm saying to you. I'm saying to the Chelsea fans and the other fan bases that are watching this. If Conor Gallagher is week in, week out being called our best player, does that not tell you that we have a serious problem on our hands? The guy is rubbish. I don't want him at the club. I want him gone. I wanted him sold in the summer. I don't care where he goes. I just don't want him at Chelsea Football Club. I'm only happy that he's playing decent for the club, because it's just going to add a little bit more value to when we have to sell him. That's the only positive thing that I see. Ben Chilwell, forget about it. Forget about this guy. This guy is absolutely cooked. He is done out here, bro. He is finished. I don't understand. I'm even at a point, and I hate this other guy as well. I can't stand this other guy. I'm at a point where I need to see Cucurella starting week in, week out over this guy. And even Cucurella's shit. Bro, you see where I'm going? You see where I'm going with this? I've got no excitement in this squad. What, Cole Palmer? This guy only played like 5 games last season for Manchester City, and he's rocked up to be our best player. If that doesn't tell you that we have a problem, what else is going to show you that we've got a problem? Malo Gusto, he turned up. Bro, this guy turned up from France. He just got here, and he's one of our best players. If that doesn't tell you that we've got a serious problem at Chelsea, right, where players that are not even 23 years old are running this club, are the best players at this club, I don't know what else to tell you. I do not know what else to tell you. We are shot to death. Finito.
But you're getting Osimhen though in the summer.
I don't listen. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. We're spending 130 million on this guy, and I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. I'm really not saying that he's a bad player. I think he's all right. But I think the fan base are hyping him up a bit too much. They're saying he's a world-class striker, this, that, and the other. For me, he's not. He's not a world-class striker. Can he maybe become a world-class striker somewhere down the line in the future? Possibly. Possibly. But 130 million on this guy right now, from what I've seen from him, it's a risk. It's a risk. Is he an upgrade on what we've got at Chelsea Football Club? 1000%. Flipping hell, bruv. Nicholas Jackson and Armando Broya. You having a fucking laugh? Of course that's an upgrade. Of course that's an upgrade. So based on that, I would take him. But there's other players that I'm more being convinced by than Osimhen. One of them used to play for my stepdad's club, Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, that guy looks like a complete striker. Right, in terms of Osimhen, he looks like a man that needs a lot of service in the box for things to happen, in my honest opinion. Gyökeres looks like the player that will make things happen more for himself and for his teammates as well, which is why I prefer that kind of profile. But I don't know. Osimhen definitely an upgrade.
I see him play for Sporting because I did the watch along Benfica, my Portuguese team, Benfica versus Sporting. He had about 4 clear-cut chances. He only scored 1. And for the price tag that these Portuguese teams want for their players, you're at least pushing 100 M's, bro. On top of the fact that there's a lack of quality strikers. You know what I mean? So
I'd rather pay that.
You know what's crazy? The Benficas and the Portos and the Sportings used to grab quality man from that league for a good 20 mil. A good euros. Good 20 million euros. You'll get a good player.
When?
Now,
Jackson Martinez went for how long? For how much? Falcao went for how much?
Jackson Martinez.
It don't matter, bro. It's the PR. You know what I'm saying? Falcao went for how much?
Jackson Martinez, like I'm playing FIFA 12, man.
Off the Portuguese league, just off the top of my head, yeah. How much did David Luiz go for? How much did Di Maria go for? How much did Falcao go for? How much did How much did Renato Sanchez go for? There's no budget players to buy here, bro.
These are the top tier ones, but I'm saying, major. Like I'm talking, I said a good player. Just a good player. I think even Ugarte, I think probably went for a D. How much did Ugarte go for? He got 50.
45.
45. Ugarte for me, again, a very good player. I think maybe different system, maybe would have done better in the Premier League, whatever. Hindsight, innit? But like, bro, these days, the inflation hurts my brain, bro.
How much did you get Darwin for? How much did you get Darwin for?
I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. You know what I'm saying? How much was my man, his successor? How much was his successor? That is at PSG. How much is his successor?
Gonzalo Ramos. I don't even think we bought him. I think he came from the academy, you know, if I'm not mistaken.
How much was Ramos? No, how much was Ramos to PSG?
I think was that like 65 or 70 or something?
Now one good season and it's 65 million.
Bro, come on, bro.
Bro, how about this? Let me offer me a contract in Portugal and let me bag 15 goals. And then the next thing you'll see, Mons is available for 65 million with 10 million on add-ons.
Nah. We run like your baby mum in court, bro. How much P's are you earning? Let's check the accounts. Oh, you man got run the P's, bro. run the P's. Yeah.
It's sick, bro. The child support is crazy. It's crazy. No, but listen, Pinky, listen. I say credit to you lot because what you're doing is you're making your money so that eventually you lot it's either selling club or pay me my bread so I can rebuild. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. You lot actually done better after Darwin Núñez. You know what I'm saying? Benfica improved.
Yeah, we won the league.
Yeah, like you get it. Núñez left, you look better. You know, if I go into that, they'll call me a hater because I said, you know me, I say Darwin Núñez overrated. You know my opinion on Núñez, isn't it?
So is Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Come on, Goonie, bro. Come on, bro. He won the World Cup, bro.
No, there's no come on. There's no come on.
You better not miss them installments as well.
Oh, listen.
Give me my money on time, yeah?
Absolute fucking fraud, bruv. Absolute scammed, mate. Yeah, and my fan base have got this complex where you're not allowed to say anything about Enzo Fernandez. I'm allowed to say something when you've paid £105 million for a player. I think what's reasonable, right, is a little bit of expectation when you're talking them price tags. I don't know about you, but it's reasonable to expect something. Yeah, for that kind of price tag, we have absolutely been bumped. Yeah, I've said this for weeks. I tried to give patience for Enzo. Yeah, I do see some qualities here and there. I'm gonna tell you something. One exceptional game in 5 or 6 games is not gonna cut it for me. Yeah, I know what world class and world class potential looks like. I know. I've been there. I've done it many times. I've seen it. Yeah, I saw a young Frank Lampard. I saw a young John Terry. Yeah, I saw Didier Drogba when he first came to the Premier League and he wasn't banging in goals and he was injured. I saw a young Ian Robben. Yeah, I saw Peter Cech from a young age go to what he became. You cannot fool me when we're talking world-class players and world-class potential. And I'm telling you guys right now, yeah, right now, even Enzo Fernandez under Graham Potter, I'm telling you right now, this guy is not talking to those guys in terms of levels. Now, is he young enough to change and to perform? Yes, he is. But as of now, if you're asking me, do we get our values for money for 105 million pounds for this guy? I'm gonna tell you, absolutely not. Definitely not. No way. No way. I tell you, he was value for money. The academy boy that came from Manchester City for 45 million pounds. He was value for money. And he's showing him up week in, week out. You see what exceptional and world-class players do, even those with world-class potential. The rest of their players might be playing shit, but they take responsibility and they still perform.
That's because the mighty. I said, but that's because similar to Man United, yeah, the mighty have fallen. The Chelsea I know, trophies year in, year out. I'm pretty sure there's a crazy stat where Chelsea actually haven't gone 2 years without a trophy in a long time. In a long, long time. Yeah, so it's actually in your DNA. Regardless if you want, like people say Chelsea are a cup team, you've got 5 Premier Leagues, can't call them a cup team. Bonkers if you're bonkers if you're saying that. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea, the most successful team in the 21st century, up onwards. Yeah, and that's no fluke. Now, this is why I say the standard and expectation and the fickleness of fans is crazy to me nowadays. Like, how can a team used to success? How can it only take 2 years or a year and a half for the standards to suddenly plummet to the ground? I done said the moment you're spending excess of 100 million on a player, I need to see Drogba and more. And if it's not Drogba and more, the talent needs to be so crystal clear that once he comes good, it's peak for everyone. I need to see that type of talent. So when I see people saying Caicedo's had a good season or people saying Enzo's had a good season, I said, you lot are mad. You lot are mad. And I'm not saying they've stunk per se, but there's a certain standard, there's a certain quota that comes with being a highly priced footballer. And not just highly priced, the 2 most expensive signings in Premier League history.
How can you? This is my question. This is my question that I must ask people that are Enzo-sexuals. This is why I must ask this question. How can you have Caicedo next to you, and yet Conor Gallagher is still the best midfielder out of the 3 of you?
This is it.
These are uncomfortable questions and conversations.
But they don't even want to admit Conor Gallagher has been the best midfielder. And by the way, just because Conor Gallagher has been Chelsea's best midfielder doesn't mean he is a good midfielder. I think that's
Thank you. Somebody actually understands why I keep saying this shit, bro. Yeah, just because he's been our best player doesn't mean he's Chelsea standard. Do you know what I've actually been saying once? Yeah, I've said this for time. Sell Conor Gallagher. Go and get Musiala, bring him back home, drag him by the collar back home. We made him, we need to go and get him back. Yeah, if we're spending stupid money, go and get VIDS. One of those 2 and replace that attacking midfielder known as Conor Gallagher. And the only thing is this guy just wins the ball in the final third. This is why they say he's a great midfielder. These guys are not even going to do that. That's not even what an attacking midfielder is there supposed to do. He's not really supposed to do that, is he? But this is what they're rating this guy about. Go and get them 2 guys. And I've been saying, bro, sell Conor Gallagher and go and get one of them. No, you're crazy. How could you want to sell Chelsea's best player? Like, you're bugging. So I have to put up with, bro.
But why is he hot and cold?
It's scary to me, though.
Because he played well. When Arsenal played Chelsea earlier in the season, he actually played well. But why is he plays hot, then he goes cold?
Because it's very simple. This guy is shit, bro. Conor Gallagher is not a technical football player. He's rubbish, bro. This guy just runs around like a flipping bull mastiff in the middle of the pitch. That's what he does, fam. He runs around, he gives it heart. Yeah, he loves Chelsea, bro. He gives. There's one thing I'm never gonna knock any player for. Anytime he's got a Chelsea shirt on, he gives 100%. But for me, that's not enough for you to be an elite player or to ever become an elite player. It's just not gonna happen.
It's expected.
He's never been that guy. This is the thing. He's never ever been that guy. Never been that guy. But
do you see
again,
that your fan base protected him more than Mount?
it's this. I said this, bro. This is what I said. I said, you see, once Mason Mount's gone, this syndrome that was just heavily around with Mason Mount is going to transfer to Conor Gallagher. I said this. They're going to find any way to protect this guy. 100%. And now, do you know what you're seeing in my fan base? You're seeing t-shirts saying, we sell Gallagher, we riot. I'm not even joking with you. We sell Gallagher, we riot. This is what these people are saying. This is what these people are saying. This is what they're expecting me to buy into.
It comes back to the lack of standards. And that's why I say you can't sit here and call Enzo, he's been all right, or he's splitting the fan base. You can't sit here and say Caicedo is doing enough. Because when players have excuses or need loads of excuses, they're just not they're not who they're supposed to be. They're imposters, they're false prophets. Now, I still think Enzo has a high ceiling. I still think Caicedo has a high ceiling. I still think Gusto has a very high ceiling. For me, I really like what I've seen from Gusto. He's probably one of the bright spots of Chelsea this season. Even though when he stinks, he stinks. But when he has a good current level. But I need to hone in on the two midfielders of the high price midfielders. Yeah, no one's asking them to be Messi. No one's asking them to be the best midfielder in every form of way. But when I hear Enzo, no one can tell me whether he's an 8. No one can tell me whether he's a 6. No one can tell me whether he's a 10. No one can
he's misunderstood like Havertz. He's misunderstood.
He's misunderstood. And then when it comes to don't get me started on Kai Spice, Mr. Kai say
no. Hold on. This is where I have to interject. Right, separate Enzo and Caicedo, please, because Caicedo. Hold on. At least with Caicedo, I feel bad for him because he's the only midfielder that is actually present and that actually has some level of athleticism to get back and do his job. He's had more good games in the shorter time he's been here than what Enzo has, 100%. But I'll say this: he's still not been good enough for his price tag. He's definitely not been good enough.
But this is my point. But again, it's all about, for me. I understand he's been present. Caicedo's been present, but people hate it when I say this. His normal job is to be present as a DM. Marvelous Nakamba is present for Luton. You know what I'm saying? DFP, these men are present, bro. Danilo, who's the Nottingham Forest one? Who's the Forest? Is it Yates?
But look at their partners. Look at the midfielders they're playing next to. They've got legs. They've got athleticism. Enzo looks like he's running in mud.
But Barkley's a good player, but he runs with a parachute on his back, and I see Marvelous Nakamba everywhere, bro. I see him everywhere.
But he's more agile than Enzo. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, but again, look, and then people are gonna say, "Oh, you're salty because you're a Liverpool fan." Do you really think I'm sorry, Chelsea are so far beneath. I don't need to overly exert how I feel about Caicedo. I'm watching him. I had to put him on fraud drop straight away simply because he didn't sign for me. He was supposed to be a lone 6 signing to win Liverpool the league. Yes or no? Was Caicedo not named or seen as the final piece to the Liverpool puzzle to complete a title push? Yes or no?
That's true. But with how many midfielders in front of him?
But my point in that is that, so why is it when I talk to Chelsea fans and I ask him where he plays, they tell me he's not a lone 6. They tell me he's a combative 8, or when he's playing in the 8, he has to have specific partners here and there. Like all these nuances have to be in place for him to come good. But again, if you're just doing the basics of a DM, you're doing the basics, and you're not even per se standing out too much, even though it's a hard position to stand out. For me, it's not fulfilling anywhere near your price tag. Declan Rice has transformed that Arsenal team. Kobe Mainoo, again, and these are the excuses I hear for Caicedo and for Enzo. But again, I'll put more Caicedo above Enzo. But I do think Enzo gets more of the hate than Caicedo, yeah? All I hear with Caicedo, man, crap manager, players around him are crap, systems crap, so how is he supposed to thrive? I'm sorry, let me introduce you guys to Kobe Mainoo. Let me introduce you guys to Kobe Mainoo. Yeah? A manager who is crap. A manager who has crap tactics. the midfield around Kobe. Chelsea's midfield is better than United's midfield. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. On paper, the players are better. Yeah. I'm taking Ogochukwu over certain guys that go into that Man United midfield.
Nah, you're trolling now. You're trolling.
Fair enough. But so even so, the point I'm saying is Kobe Mainoo has the same excuses to be mid as Caicedo, but Kobe Mainoo stands out. You go, everyone else is shit, but at least he's good. Like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I'm saying, look, Cole Palmer's come from City. Sterling's come from City. Which one looks like they scored 100 goals for City?
And Palmer's not in an amazing system. Let's keep it real. He's under the same. He's in the same team as Caicedo. So I hear that. And then you got your boy Endo. How much did you buy your boy Endo for?
Endo, 18 mil. If that.
And look at the impact he's had. I can't lie. I didn't expect him to do that. Look at the
impact. Bro, when we signed him, I was thinking, bro, we've just signed the DMU as a fucking gum shield. That's what's up with it, bro. When I see him get a rush against Crystal Palace and hook to half, and I was like,
he's been doing his thing, you know. I can't lie.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
This is what I'm saying. So this is why, like Caicedo, if man are gonna be telling me it's about system, why I agree with you, bro. Why is Palmer performing?
Northside. If Caicedo, if Rice was putting up the performances Caicedo and being average, yeah, no one's standing.
They call him a flop.
Like you can't. You know what I'm saying? And again, no, I'm not saying Caicedo is a bum, and I'm not saying he doesn't have a high ceiling. I'm saying that he looks scarcely average, very, very average, and we're talking most expensive signing in the Premier League history, bro. Pogba was on fraud watch from minute one. Certain man on even Mudryk. Mudryk's crap, but Donny was on fraud watch right away. Fraud watch. Enzo, fraud watch. I just feel like Caicedo gets a blight for being the most expensive midfielder of all time. Not saying he's crap, but you know, it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. I don't know, but I still think we're on the right page on a similar page when it comes to Chelsea.
I know you got to go months in about five minutes or so. I want to get both of you guys' opinion on Arsenal. Where do you put Arsenal in this title race? How do you lot look at the team? Let's start with Monts because you're a bit shorter for time.
Do you know what? If I'm gonna keep it a buck, Arsenal are the best team in the Premier League right now.
So how come you didn't predict us to win it? You said Liverpool.
Oh, because Liverpool have been the best team in the Premier League and we've lost it twice. I've seen this. We've done this already. We've done been here. You guys were the best team last season. You've seen this rodeo. You got to get over the line for me to start doing all the, you guys going to win the Premier League, like to win it. The best team isn't always the team that wins it. It's just the team that wins when it matters. Have Man City been the best team in the Premier League this season?
The most consistent team wins it. Yeah, the most consistent team wins it.
Yeah, and no one's really been consistent. It's about who's been the least inconsistent out of a three-horse race. I feel that's what it is this season. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Arsenal are lacking though to get over the line, as you haven't put us as winning it?
It's hard to say now because your game against your Etihad trial is you know, you go on trial at the Etihad. You know, you got to stand trial at the Etihad on Sunday, innit? So it's like, and maybe after that I can know whether you have or haven't. I think it's that. No, I think like you guys have. Someone said character. I think like you have character. I feel like you've shown enough character this season. You went and beat Man City, which is something you haven't done. But going and beating them at the Etihad, that is what goes and wins you leagues, innit? Not saying you have to beat them. You don't have to beat Liverpool and Anfield to win the Premier League. But that is something that is major towards going and pushing on to winning the league. You win away at the Etihad. Who else is stopping you realistically in terms of who can? Because that's.
Nottingham Forest stopped us last season with a couple of games to go. They beat us 1-0.
No, I hear it. I don't know. What do you think? I'm praising you, man?
I'm getting your opinion. I'm just saying.
I just think right now Arsenal are the most complete team, and I feel like they're the team to beat. But I feel like you guys are starting, the go-go juice is starting to run out. You know, the 31 goals in 6 games or whatnot. I think the go-go juice is starting to dry out. So I feel like people were saying, we should have played City while we were on this run. I feel like this break was perfect for you, man, to quickly recharge the batteries and go again. Because I think you were slightly slowing down. That Brentford performance was stinky. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. I don't know. That's kind of me though. But I still feel like you guys are so there, and I have no shame in saying you're the best team in the Premier right now. No shame.
Fair enough. Goonie, what do you make of Arsenal so far this season? Do you see
Fuck
us getting
Arsenal.
over the line?
Fuck Arsenal. Listen. I'm sorry. I just despise Arsenal so much. I just fucking despise them. But taking the rival hat off, exposing my no hairline, you're definitely the better team, 100%. Got a good chance to win the league, but I pray to God it doesn't happen. I really do. I just hope Manchester City, man. But this even kills me as a Chelsea fan. That we're not even anywhere near this conversation. But yeah, by the way, you guys play the best football. It's also not just pretty on the eyes; it's also very effective as well. You've done well, man. You've done well. It wouldn't surprise me if you won it. Manchester City have not been as good as they were last season. If we're having honest conversations. I think you guys are playing next, right?
We're playing Man City next.
Yeah, and I know Kyle Walker's going to be out for that game. I don't know if they've got other injuries as well, but yeah, it's exactly. It's a tough one to call for me. The only thing is that I'm relying on for you not to win the league is the Pep Guardiola factor. That is it. Because he's been in this position many times before, as of several of their players, and they know how to get it over the line. So that's the only thing I'm really resting on. But just by evidence of the football being played, yeah, you guys are doing good, man. I can't lie. I cannot lie. But still, fuck Arsenal, bro. With all my heart and everything, I hate you guys. I swear.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is one thing I don't understand about fans online. Rivals should say fuck Arsenal the same way we'll say fuck Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? The same way we'll say fuck United. That is the energy that needs to be given. We're not supposed to like each other. So that's why I don't take it personal. Do you know what I mean? Because I understand it. It's the same energy towards his club. It's the same energy towards all the rivals. That's what football rivalry is about. Fuck the opposition, bro. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I completely get it. I can't take offense because I got the same energy towards your club.
Well, I went to school. This is the worst thing, yeah. I went to school in North London. Yeah, I went to Finchley Catholic High School. Don't know why I went to that fucking school. It was shit. But I went there, and let me tell you, like 80% of the people that went to that school were all Arsenal fans. And remember, this is during the period of, I was there between 2000 and 2005. So when you like had your invincible teams and all that kind of shit, it was only towards when I was leaving the school. Yeah, exactly. It was only towards when I was leaving the school, really, is when Chelsea started to come into prominence. So you can imagine week in, week out, what I had to go through. Thierry Henry does it again. Pires does it again. Lundberg does it again. Did you see Dennis Bergkamp? Did you see this? Did you see that? Oh, bruv. So this is why I hate your club with a passion, because I've been through it all, bruv, with Arsenal.
No, I hear it. Yeah, good times. You're bringing me back good memories. Back when I was happy. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was.
I told you, look. I said Northside. Look, bro. You think Northside team didn't always have high blood pressure? This man was healthy. I'm joking. Me, I was saying, but you get it. You get it.
No, them times I had chest. Them times I had double D's. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Them times I could talk. Because the thing is, yeah, I roast my club, yeah, but I would prefer nothing more than to be roasting you lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I can run.
You'd rather be wrong. You'd rather be wrong in your own fan base and roasting everyone else. 100%.
Exactly, bro. Who wouldn't? Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it was in school. Goonie knows back in the day, you man, yeah, before the takeover, some little man towards us. But you know what I mean? Things move on. And that's what I hate. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now man can tell me, yeah, 2 champs, 2 Europas. That boils my blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, heritage, bro. European heritage.
Yeah, European heritage. Finish that puta. Make sure, yeah, after get some Angolan discipline up in here. Like and subscribe to both the boys' channels. That is in the description. Don't be a filo da puta. Don't be a viado da merda. Go and support. It's in the description. Both channels. Man Knows Football, yeah, and Big Six Bats. Make sure you go and support. I know you probably got a shoot off months. We're gonna finish. We're gonna wrap up in a bit anyway.
I've still got a minute.
Yeah.
Like a second. Yeah.
Last thing I want to ask you guys: what do you man think of City, and do you think they're beatable this season? Because obviously they lost. Well, they got rid of Gundo. Gundogan's left. Mahrez has left. They've got other players like Doku, and Kovacic and players like that. Do you think they're beatable, or do you think they'll come clutch when necessary? I'm gonna start with Goonie on this one, then I'll go to Mons.
100% they're beatable. We've seen it this season. What's their record against the top six this season? It's not that great, is it? They haven't even beat us once this season. They've drawn both games. So just based on that context on how Chelsea have been all season, that should tell you something. Do you know what I mean? But they're definitely beatable. And I've even said quietly, this is the first time I'm actually saying this on stream. I even said to my brethren the other day, I was like, I reckon you man would actually beat City the way they've been moving. But that's not, but don't get it twisted. They still got, although they've lost some key players, because I think Mahrez is a big loss. Gundogan, massive loss. Gundogan was very clutch for them last season. Do you know what I mean? But they've still got the players to do it. You know, they're Bernardo Silva's top quality player. You know, Erling Haaland, although he's had a few shocking misses this season, he's still an elite striker. You know, Kevin De Bruyne is now back in it. You know, warming up, getting himself into it. That's another elite player there. They've got individual players that can produce moments for them when it matters. So you can never write them off in that sense. But in terms of, you know, their actual strength as a whole team compared to last season, there's definitely a drop off. 100%. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
You haven't, before I go to Mons, you haven't told me what's your prediction? Who's going to win the league this season?
Oh, bro. Bro, from the pure hate from my heart, I'm saying Manchester City. I don't care how shameless that sounds. I'm saying Manchester City. I'll never allow that. I'll never say Arsenal. I'll never do it. It will break my fucking heart.
What's wrong with Liverpool?
Oh yeah, you're in it as well. So I'm gonna say.
Listen, oh yeah.
No disrespect. Disrespect.
Oh, you little man, you.
You man. Forgot about you. He did the. What's the name again? What's my man? What's Yeah.
If Man City don't do it, then it's got to be Liverpool, man. One of you two teams have to win this above Arsenal, man. You two are the lesser evils, bro.
The lesser evils.
These man win the league. It's crazy. Can't happen.
Mons, what do you think about City? Because you've been there, you've done it, you've gone toe to toe with them all the way, you've got over the line at least once. So, what do you make of them this season, bro?
Like, their City will always have enough to win majority games that they play in the Premier League. They'll always have enough. But now that there's an extra team in the title race, I'm not quite sure that it will 100% be enough in it. I'm just going to say from now, I think City have all the credentials to go and win every other game. What I would say is that over the top ball seems to be messing them up big time, innit? Big time, bro. Like, big time. So I've said that I've seen City concede a lot of chances this season just from counter attacks. I feel like they were very naive, and when I saw Jackson, Sterling, and them man brucking them up on the counter bare times, I was thinking surely they're gonna learn from this. And then Rashford easily could have had a hat trick against them in the first half. Liverpool should have put 3 or 4 past them at Anfield. You know what I'm saying? Like they're Pep's continuously remaining with this high line, and listen, I said this, yeah. Klopp will never do it. Klopp will never do it, and someone else Arteta will never do it. But if you play pragmatic and actually sit back against these man, you'll win 3-1. You'll win 3-1. You know what I'm saying? KDB, that people won't. He was better than Gerrard and Lampard and that the other day, and then 5 games later, I'm not really hearing them comparisons no more. I'm not hearing them comparisons. You know what I'm saying? Man got badgered up by endometrium. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like in terms of where they go, they're always going to be a threat. You can never rule them out. And I just hate I hate the underdog mentality from them. You are triple fucking winners. You're triple winners. Don't give me underdog. Don't give me underdog. You're treble winners. Yeah? Trying to do the underdog thing. Want to pick and choose when you're little city. You know what I'm saying? Want to try to pick and choose. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? People aren't going to talk about Vardy and Walker getting spun and that this season. But listen, they've still got enough. John Stones being back is massive for them. Diaz will have to see if he can. Again, this is their time to step up and go forward. Technically, I feel like City. I think City have won almost every game apart from the Liverpool game this year on paper, but they just haven't been very good. But that's the scary thing. When if they click into gear, this ain't really the time when everyone wants to draw any games. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be drawing no games. Draw one game and you're done. You know what I'm saying? So Northside, you lot got a job to do. But yeah, that's me. That's me. I've got to shoot a second. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Nah, love. Listen, we are going to wrap up. I'm going to redirect to Monts's channel, Big Six Bants. So make sure you stay here. We're going to redirect straight over. I completely agree with you. I think Doku has been underwhelming. I think Foden, to be fair, he stepped up when needed. We spoke about the injuries for Liverpool. When they've had the injuries to KDB, Foden's actually come clutch in a lot of games to get him over the line and scored important goals. So listen, he looks like he's stepping up, even though they're carrying Haaland. We already know against Man United, he got a half chance and he buried it. You know what I mean? And that's what that guy needs, is a half chance. Still, he hasn't picked up to the form he had earlier on in the season, but he's always a danger. And this is the difference when you have a gunman up front. You give him half a chance and he can bury you. You know what I'm saying? I think Bernardo played well. He played well against Newcastle, got 2 deflected goals. But I agree with you, bro. I think their backline has been shaky. Walker, for me, I think he's past now being one of the elite defenders in the Premier League. I think his time is done. He's getting on in age. And I think, bro, some of his it's not even just the one-on-one defending. The positioning at times is dreadful from him. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Vardy as well. So, and I feel like they haven't got enough creators, bro. As soon as Bernardo ain't really creating, which he's not really the most creative, Foden ain't creating. Who's really creating there? Do you know what I'm saying? They haven't really got many creators anymore. And but I still feel like, for me, I don't see Arsenal winning it. I think Mikel Arteta, I still don't think he has a plan B for a low block or a mid block. Our bench is absolutely trash, barring 1 or 2 players, which isn't good enough. We didn't go and strengthen the bench. We don't have a striker that is a clinical goal scorer when the opportunities dry up. And my manager can only play one style of football. Plus, last season we couldn't get over the line playing amazing football, and we only had to concentrate on the Prem. We can't say bigger fish to fry when we're in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Arsenal there's a lot of question marks. Whereas Liverpool and Man United and Man City, you've got players that have got over the line. You've got managers that have got over the line and have that know-how. I still have a massive question mark when pressure's really on. Is this Arsenal team going to actually deliver? You know what I'm saying? Because when we bottled the league, losing to Nottingham Forest, that was a mentality thing. That wasn't about quality. Player for player, we're better than them. The problem with my club in the last 20 years has been mentality. A lot of the times, sometimes it's been quality, but a lot of times it's been mentality. So we'll see, man. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I'm so happy. I want to be in the mud. I want to win the league, but that's just how I see it, man. That's how I see it. But listen, big up Goonie, big up Monts for jumping on. Familia, make sure you stay here. We're going to go redirect now to Big Six Bands. Big up to both of you lot for joining in. Make sure you subscribe to both the guys' channels. Links are in the description. Man Knows Football and Big Six Bands. Make sure you support the man them. And without further ado, Familia, we're out. Love.
Sound Lake out.